Hey everyone, it's Melinda with Tailored and Teal. Welcome back to another What Sold video. If you are new to my channel, welcome. I do these What Sold videos every 2 weeks, and these are sales from the platforms that I sell on, which is currently Poshmark, Mercari, eBay, and sometimes Facebook Marketplace. We will go over why that is soon. These are sales from August 16th through August 31st of 2022. First, before we get into my numbers, I have a little bit of an announcement and an accomplishment. Earlier this week, I completed my 4,000 watch time hours in order to be monetized on YouTube. And as a reminder, to be monetized on YouTube, you need 1,000 followers. You can't have any copyright strikes or anything, that goes against their policies. And you also need to have 4,000 hours of watch time from viewers and people looking at your videos. I have been doing reselling YouTube videos since September, October of 2019, so it has taken me 3 years to get here. I honestly, at one point, really thought that I was never going to get monetized, but I kept going, and that's my best piece of advice to anybody who is doing this. You will eventually get there. You just have to be consistent and put out videos that people want to see. So on my channel, you all like to watch unboxings and what sold videos, and those are the type of videos that I like to make as well. So thank you so much for making this a reality and an accomplishment for me. There is a bit of an application process that you have to go through in order to get monetized, but YouTube said that they take anywhere from a week to a month to make a decision. I don't see why they wouldn't approve me since I haven't done anything wrong on this channel, at least not that I know of. And when I do get monetized, I'm gonna be doing a little bit of a giveaway. So keep an eye out for that video. And if you're not subscribed, go ahead and click that subscribe button and also the bell notification so you get notified when that video comes out, because it's gonna be a good prize to win. All right, so moving on to the sales. I actually did have 2 sales on Facebook Marketplace, and they were pretty decent sales. So I did stop listing clothing over there just because it wasn't really worth my time. And recently I started going through my old listings, and I found that a lot of my photos have been deleted or are missing. And I'm not gonna go back and fix them, so I've deleted all of those listings. I also noticed that some of my listings have gotten duplicated, so I now have 2 listings of the same item. I just found an Athleta dress that was relisted on 8/29 and on 8/30. And then the third and final thing that kind of threw me for a loop is that all of my search tags or search keywords, whatever they call it, are gone on every single listing, which is really frustrating because I made sure to add them every time I listed something. So I don't really know what the future of Facebook Marketplace and my business is going to be, but I will share the 2 sales that I did get in the past 2 weeks of August. So the first sale on Facebook Marketplace was Talbot's black and white eyelet laced striped blouse. I picked this up from ThredUp's outlet center. It sold for $15. And then the other sale was a good sale. It was an All Saints Reed button fly straight leg jeans. These were a men's pair of jeans. They came in a ThredUp denim rescue box. I listed them for $50 and they sold for my full asking price of $50. So of my 2 sales on Facebook Marketplace, we had $65 in sales, only $4.37 in fees because Facebook takes very little, which is one of the reasons why I started listing over there in the first place, giving me a profit of $60.63. Now moving on to Mercari, where I had 1 sale. It wasn't really showing me any love these past 2 weeks. It was actually a free to me item, so that makes it a little bit better. It was a vintage 1963 Linnet laundry starch booklet. My uncle used to collect anything vintage, books, magazines, anything essentially. And this item was given to me to see if it could sell, and it did. It sold for $8. There was a $1.33 fee. It was a free to me item, so that's a straight profit of $6.67. Moving on to Poshmark, where I had 13 sales. The first sale is the brand called Faith Heart, and that's 2 words but put together. thick black heavy chain necklace. This came from my via trading Amazon jewelry lot, which I have not listed all of the pieces yet. There was over 150 in there, so I'm slowly getting to it, but they are not all listed. But this sold for $12, and I did offer discounted shipping. Next is a pair of shorts that I actually purchased for myself off of Whatnot. It was a pair of Dickies railroad striped carpenter shorts. These were men's, but I thought that it would fit me, but they did not at all. So I listed them on all the platforms, and they sold on Poshmark for $20. The next sale is a handmade pin or brooch. It was a little rectangle that said "Stitched in Love," and then I had all these little dangle charms, and it just looked homemade, but was very, very cute. It sold for $9 with discounted shipping. I've had it for quite a while, so I was okay with letting it go for a low amount. Next is a pair of Diamond Supply Army Green pants. These were a pair of men's pants that came out of my ThredUp rescue box that I did just recently, and they sold for $17. Next is a pair of earrings that I think came out of a ThredUp rescue box. This was actually quite a few rescue boxes ago. It was a pair of faux pearl and black enamel gold tone drop earrings, and they sold for $12 with discounted shipping. Next is a Talbot's item. It was a black, white, and red houndstooth lined skirt. This was a wool blend, perfect for fall, and it sold for $17 with discounted shipping. Next is a hat that came from my bulk wholesale box that I paid up for, but it seems to be paying off. This was a Lack of Color, the Mirage hat in ivory size small, and this sold for $68. I did pay over $22 per item in this box, but I still made a profit of over $30. So I would say that bulk box was a good purchase. Next is a pink and maroon woven braided plastic belt. This was a really strange belt. I knew it was plastic, but it kind of felt like leather, and it was stretchy. So I don't know what kind of material it was made out of, but I picked it up from ThredUp's outlet center, and it sold for $11 with discounted shipping. I only ended up making $1.12 in profit, but I'm still in the green on that one. Next is another item I picked up from ThredUp's outlet center. This was an Anthropologie Mauve White Wick Manor corduroy button front dress. I did use the term dark academia. I have no idea if that's why it sold, but I thought it looked like a dark academia piece. It sold for $28. I did offer discounted shipping, and I did pay up for this around $10. So I still overall made a $10 and change profit. Next is a free to me item. This was a Maidenform Sweet Nothings nude wide strap shaping cami tank top. This sold for $11. Next is a Madewell necklace that was still in the box. It was a long gold chain rectangular link necklace, and it sold for $20. I just put out a video of a Cozy Thread sales update where I go over my total profits from my Madewell and J. Crew jewelry box. It was a super fun box to get. I've made a decent profit off of it, so I will link that video up here in case you haven't watched it yet. But that necklace that I just went over is in that video too. Next is another item from my bulk wholesale box. It was the brand Superga. These were new with tags. They were called the 2630 white stripe Cotu sneaker. They were in size 40, and they sold for $44. And then the last sale, which I'm very, very thankful for, is a pair of vintage Oshkosh Bagosh vestback railroad striped denim overalls. These were such a cool pair of overalls. They were a smaller size. They were 26 by 30, I believe. I had just relisted these a day or two before this sale, and I lowered down the price a little bit. I had them listed at 100 because the comps were literally all over the place, from 25 to 150. So I just kind of threw a number out there, and when I relisted it, I put it at $80, and someone purchased it for that full asking price. That was a really good sale. Okay, so of my 13 sales on Poshmark, I had $349 in sales, $73.55 in fees. I gave out a lot of shipping discounts this time, $17.20 worth, giving me a profit of $258.25. And my average sale price for each item that sold was $26.85. And it's been quite a while since I've had that high of an average sale price on Poshmark. Next, we're gonna move on to eBay, where I also had 13 sales. eBay and Poshmark are head-to-head these days. The first item to sell on eBay was a Zara Army Green utility jacket. This came out of a ThredUp rescue box of mixed items I did back in January. This had like really small little, I don't know if they were stains or just discoloration to the fabric, but I noted it. I did try to stain treat them and they didn't come out, and it sold for $15. Next is a pair of Clark's Collection herringbone ballet flats. These sold for $20, and I can't remember if they came out of my Jomar comfort shoebox or a ThredUp shoebox, but it was one of those. I only paid $6 for it, so I'm thinking it was the Jomar wholesale box. Next is a Talbot's navy blue floral applique mother of the bride jacket. It's a little like bolero or just a cardigan that you put over a dress, and it sold for $25, and this did come out of a Cozy Threads Talbot's box. Next is a pair of Madewell earrings. These were a gold tone wavy ridged earrings, and they sold for $20. Next is a pair of Banana Republic Sloan button front sailor pants. So the way that the buttons were on the front of the pants, they reminded me of a sailor style, so I did use that keyword, and they sold for $15, and I picked this up at my local Salvation Army. Next is a pair of Rag & Bone skinny jeans. These were size 25. These did have puckering near the zipper on the front area, but they still sold, and they sold for $19.99. And these came out of my ThredUp denim rescue box that I purchased back in February. Next is another free to me item. This was Assets by Spanx. Nude shaping open bust camisole, size extra large, and this sold for $10. And interesting enough, you cannot list shapewear as pre-owned condition on eBay. The only option for you to do is new or like new with defects or something like that. So I actually had to list this under just regular tank tops, under blouses, and thankfully someone found it. They probably used the keyword shapewear. Very happy with that free to me 100% profit item. Next is a Banana Republic navy blue linen blend slub knit blouse. This was a size extra small. It came out of my ThredUp mixed items box back in January. It only sold for $8, but sales were down and I was willing to take a lower offer. My cost of goods was around $3 for this item. So overall, I did still make a profit, just not a huge one. Next is another sale that didn't make me a huge profit, but happy to see it go. It was a Champion lavender purple exercise tank top. This had no size tag, but from my measurements and me trying to fit into it, I said that it was about a size small. It sold for $6, but my cost of goods was around $2, so I still made a profit of $3.78. Next is a sample perfume. I purchased a whole bunch of these at a yard sale. My cost of goods was only 63 cents, so these do have a lower sell price, and that's perfectly fine. It was a Jason Wu sample perfume, and it sold for $6.39. Next is a lot of Raggedy Ann themed items. These were from the Raggedy Ann and Andy Festival. This was from the year 2002 and 2003. My mom and aunt used to go to this festival quite a lot. So this lot included a mason jar that had a logo of the Raggedy Ann and Andy Festival, and then also 3 or 4 wooden nickels. I believe you could use like as tokens to get into an event or something like that. And this sold for $10. Another free to me shaper item that sold, it was the brand Flexies, and it was called the Adjust to Me Torset Shaping Cami Tank Top. It was in the color black and it was a size XL to XLL, which I've never seen that listed before. It's usually extra, extra large, but this said XLL on the tag and it sold for $8. And then the last item to sell was a silver tone floral and geometric embossed cuff bangle bracelet. I believe this came out of a ThredUp jewelry rescue box and it sold for $10. So of my 13 eBay sales, I had $173.38 in sales. I made a shipping profit of $34.36 because I get a discount through eBay and what I charge the customer is actually a little bit more than what I have to pay. Fees this time around was $50.28, giving me a profit of $157.46. And my average sales price was not as great as Poshmark. It came in at $13.34. But I did have a lot of free to me items that I was okay with selling at a lower price, so that makes sense. So now moving on to my total numbers, where I had 29 sales from all 4 platforms. $595.38 in total sales, $112.37 in fees. Cost of goods was $135.20, giving me a net profit of $347.81. And my cost of goods for each item that sold was $4.66. I like to keep this number around or under $4, but because I paid up for a few of the items, that's why that number is just a smidge higher than I would like it. Sales were kind of sparse the last 2 weeks of August, but I think a lot of people were getting ready for their kids to go back to school. I don't sell kids clothing unless it's, given to me in a rescue box or something. So totally understandable there. I hope that your sales are doing well and we are soon heading into Q4. So that should be exciting. Get those new tags items listed. People will be shopping for Christmas presents. I know, Christmas. As a reseller, you have to think ahead because we're always about one season ahead in terms of what we're looking for and sourcing for. That concludes this What Sold video for August 16th through the 31st of 2022. Thank you so much for tuning in, and thank you again for getting me my watch time hours. Keep an eye on that giveaway video that should be hopefully coming out within the next month or so. And if you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. And as always, I will see you in the next video. Bye!